Let me show you the best features for a camera on a Realme Note 60. And we're gonna start with the settings for our camera app. You can open them by clicking on this gear icon on the top. Now we'll be able to access all of the settings and let me get that out of the view. Okay, and the first thing I would change is disable the shutter sound. This will make your camera won't make any noise when you take photos when this option is disabled, because as you can hear when we enable it, there's a shutter sound and we don't want that, so let's disable it right now. Now the next thing I'm gonna recommend to change is a image quality. Make sure it's super fine, since I think when I bought this phone it was set to the fine, and the super fine gives you the best photo resolution and overall quality. Then we have the aspect ratio, so you can change between different aspect ratios, and it also changes your camera lens. So if you go for 4:3 with 8 megapixels, it gives you the best quality. So be sure to use that one if you want to capture the highest quality pictures, but depending on the situation you might want to change the aspect ratio to a different one. Then we can go and disable the watermark, or alternatively, if you want it, then you can enable it. But for my sake, if I make photos just for me to look at them, because I want them to look nice, I want to disable the watermark. Then there's the composition lines as well as the leveler, but leveler is located right here. Okay, so this will allow you to take more stable photos. You can enable them with the grid, and then you will see the grid and the leveler on your phone, so you can make more measured photos. And now let's go back to those settings, and let me check if I covered everything that I wanted. We have the leveler, smile shutter. Oh, you can actually disable that as well. Of course, that's just my preference. You can enable it if you like, but I don't like this feature, since when your camera detects a smile, it will automatically capture a photo, and sometimes it may ruin a full shot, so I would disable that. Then we have the anti-flicker, which I would set to auto, but it mostly goes for video recording. And AI scene recognition, I honestly didn't test that feature too much, but you can enable it and see if your photos increase in quality with it. And but it should optimize the look of photos based on what is being photographed. So that is the feature for any Realme phone, I guess, because I had previous phones also, they were Realme I mean, and they had this feature as well. Okay, we can also enable tap the screen to capture, as this will allow us to lessen the vibration if we want to take the steady shot. Now when we go back to our photo mode, we have the HDR right here. I strongly recommend to use this feature carefully, and depending on what you want to capture, enable or disable it. But in this case, I'm gonna enable it. When it's yellow, that it means it's always enabled. When it's grayed out, it's in the auto mode, and your phone will automatically detect if you want the HDR, or when it's crossed out, that means it's disabled. You can enable flash, or also change the color mode right here for the camera. Now let's go down here, and we can switch between different photo modes. There's a photo, portrait, 32 megapixels, and more. And what I would like to focus on right here is 32 megapixels and the photo mode. In front of me, you don't see it, there's a figurine right there, and I'm gonna try to capture a photo from the same position with the photo mode and HDR enabled and without the flash. And also we're gonna try the 32 megapixels. So let's try taking a photo like that. You won't see the photo probably, but I mean the footage from the phone, but at the end you will see the photo on its own when I take it. I'm gonna also enable the light just to make it even better. Now let's try capturing that photo. Okay, so we got 32 megapixels. That's the second one, and the first one you will see is from your normal photo camera. Now let's open it, and right here when I take out this light, Here's the photo we took with the normal photo camera. I didn't pay much attention to focus or anything else, so you can see that the photo is out of focus. But if we go to the 32, it's almost the same thing. So I guess, yeah, nothing really changed. Even the colors are the same. So as I said, you can use the 32 megapixels, and keep in mind that you also need to keep your camera steady when you take 32 megapixels photos. And honestly, that would be everything interesting that I found on the camera. There's a pro mode, but that is a more complicating thing, and it's just another topic for another video. So if you're interested, you can check my pro camera feature for this device, the video about it. It should be on the channel as well.